What's up, people? I'm George, and this is the Collecting News, the show where I bring you my top picks for this week in collecting. And I'm not going to waste no time today. I got some good stuff for you guys. I got stuff that's going to make your hearts fly, your wallets cry, and your significant others say, why? Why are you buying another statue? It's all right, guys. You can blame it on me. Let's not waste no time, and let's get to it.
Sorry, we're going streaking through the quad and into the gymnasium. Come on, everybody!
Fair warning, guys. The next three statues, my top three this week, are really pricey. Just putting it out there. Your wallets are going to see this, and they're probably going to run away from you. You're going to have to go catch it after you hear what these things cost. So first up on my list, for those of you guys waiting to unleash the beast, we have Zod. And I'm not talking about Zod from Superman. I'm talking about the Nosferatu Zodd from the anime Berserk. And this thing looks dope. I mean, I've seen this one in person. It's beastly as all hell. It's huge. It's a very massive piece. And it's just very sick. Has glowing eyes. The gore on the base with all of the dead bodies, the soldiers that Zod has run through is just sick. I just really like the way this one came out. XM Studios has done a bang out job with all of the statues from Berserk. They haven't missed the mark even once. And you know, for those of you guys who are really into anime, or really into this anime, I'm sure this is probably on your list. So really cool looking piece. It's massive, guys. No, I'm not kidding you. This is a very big statue. You guys already know that XM Studios is known for big pieces. This one is no different. So he's 32 inches tall, 40 inches wide, and about 35, 36 inches deep. So he's definitely got some size to him. Just to let you guys know, if you guys are planning on getting him, make some space because you're going to need it. So this one's running $2,599. Woo! That's a big bank right there on that one. Got a limited edition of only 400 though, so he's very limited. And yeah, man, this is pretty dope. He does qualify for us US buyers for the economy slow shipping. So if you guys want to get him, you can see him in 1 to 3 months after, you know, your final payments. But yeah, man, it's pretty dope. I think it's a cool piece. Really awesome for you guys who are into the anime, especially for those of you guys who are into Berserk. So I'm interested to hear what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. All right, so the next one on my list is causing all kinds of controversy this week. Sideshow just can't keep out of that negative light. So this is the Gladiator Hulk, sculpted by Daniel Bell. Now, this is one of these anticipated pieces from Sideshow. This is a Maquette, and like I stated before with you guys with Maquettes, you guys know my saying, if it has Maquette in the name, it's going to cost you some money. This is no different than that. So before we get into that, some of the other things that are rolling around the internet right now, the interwebs, is that, you know, this pose is contrived. It's been done before. We saw a Abomination with a very similar pose. You know, someone said that the pose looks a lot like the Juggernaut that they just released. You know, I don't see an issue with that. I feel like if you own the Juggernaut and you own this piece, they don't look all that similar that you're gonna, like, people are just gonna say, yeah, those two poses were just copied off each other. I don't think that that's really something that would be an issue in my opinion. You know, the other thing that people are saying too is that the original one is so much better, right? And the original one is very nice. I do like the original a lot. If you ask, people have asked me which one would you go for, and in my opinion, I would go for the original if I could get it. But the original one is very hard to get. So for those of you guys who don't have any other options or are not willing to pay the price for the original one, this is your other option right here. So what I like about this one is that it has a very dynamic pose. Hulk is in the midst of the battle, all in the arena. He's beating down on his opponent. You know, he's standing above him. The opponent looks like some kind of octopusy monster type of thing that he's mounted on top of, and it's cool, man. I like the base. I like the pose. He's 26 inches tall, so he's got a lot of size to him. You know what I do like about this one, even though he's very tall, the width and the depth is not all that bad. You know, 14 inches wide and 16 inches deep. So that means that he could probably still fit into a best of pretty easily. So that's pretty cool. You know, for those of us who are worried about space, you can have a very good size Hulk and not take up all that space, right? So that's dope. Now, the only thing that I'm not really a big fan of on this one is the helmeted portrait. I feel like it makes his head look kind of small, in my opinion. Now, my boy Junior, he's a huge fan of the Hulk. Junior Statue Collector, you guys have seen him on that Geek Show with me. He's a massive fan of the Hulk, and, you know, he loves both portraits. So it could just be me looking at it that way, but, I mean, I do feel like the helmeted portrait is not the way that I would go with it. The exclusive portrait, in my opinion, is the way that I would display him. So I do like that they have that. He's unhelmeted. He's unhelmeted. That's not even a word. He doesn't have his helmet. And, you know, he's enraged. He's full of energy in that one, and that's what I like about it. That's the type of Hulk that I like to see. He looks very powerful. You know, this is him before he got his ass whooped by Thanos.
No! Oh, screw you, you big green asshole!
So, yeah, you know, and other things that I like about it, too, is that it has a comic-accurate appearance to him. This is not based on the movie. So, I think that's dope as well. So, now the big issue that everybody has with it is the price. So, the collector's edition is running $1,350, and the exclusive version is running $1,390. Woo! That is pricey, and that's something that people are going to have to get used to. These bigger pieces are very expensive. So, they don't have any edition size yet. Now, my problem with paying this kind of price for it is that they don't really tell you the edition size right off the bat. And then, you know, everybody has that worry about what the edition size is going to be. The Punisher was just announced today with an edition size that the exclusive is 2,000 pieces and the collector's edition is 4,000 pieces. So imagine if you spent this kind of money and then you found out later that, you know, there was 4,000 of these things made. That would be a tough nail to swallow, right? Tough pill to swallow. My personal opinion is that's not going to happen, you know, because of the price. I think it's going to limit the amount of people that are going to buy it. It's probably going to be a lower edition size. It's definitely not going to be as high as the Punisher. But yeah, you know, it'd be nice, you know, when they released Thanos, they actually had an edition size listed for their exclusive. It would have been cool if they did the same thing for these pieces when they're costing this kind of money. So that's my opinion about that. Curious to hear what you guys think about the Hulk. Are you guys picking them up? Let me know in the comments below. All right, so before we get into my favorite piece this week, XM Studios released a preview of their new Harley Quinn statue. I'm going to give you guys a look at this piece. And let me know what you guys think. My personal opinion of this one is that I'm not feeling it all that much. And I know that I'm probably all alone because when I was looking on Facebook, there was a lot of people that love this piece. This is part of their Night of the Rising Sun series. So this is part of their like Batman Samurai line. And, you know, the issues that I have with it is that there's a lot going on. You know, when I first saw the piece, it was very difficult for me to try to discern what it was that I was looking at. I mean, I knew it was Harley Quinn, but then, you know, there was just so much going on in the base itself that I didn't even notice that she's standing on some kind of, or sitting on some kind of moped, you know, which is cool. But with all the little things all around it, it just makes it hard to see, you know, what it is that I'm looking at. The other thing that I'm seeing here, and it could just be because we don't have any color in this image, is that the portrait to me doesn't really speak Harley Quinn. So that's hard for me to get around. Now, the other pieces they had, you know, the Catwoman, the Poison Ivy, the Batgirl, you know, even the Robin that they just previewed last week, they all very much speak the character. You know, even though they're part of this other world, this other new world that XM Studios has given us, they still have those images and those pieces of them that still connect us to the original characters. And I think that's what I've always liked about the Batman Samurai line. But Harley Quinn isn't doing it for me. I think Joker didn't really do it for me either. So, you know, it's just my opinion about it. I'm curious to hear what you guys think about this one. Let me know in the comments. All right, so my favorite this week should not be any surprise to any of you if you guys have been following me long enough. My favorite this week is the Batman Sanity statue by XM Studios. This thing is a work of art. That's all I'm going to say about that. You know, it's fantastic. I saw this at New York Comic Con last year in October in person. This thing is beautiful. It is an amazing looking statue. It is very, very expensive. I mean, I'm definitely not going to lie about that. This is definitely an expensive statue, but it's fantastic. And you get a lot in this piece. You know, you have a large amount of characters, 1/6 scale, Batman. You have all of the majority of a rogue gallery of Batman's enemies here. You have Joker, you have Man-Bat, you have Clayface, Two-Face, you have Mr. Freeze, Harley Quinn, Catwoman, you have Scarecrow, you have Penguin, Bane, and you also have Poison Ivy. And basically the whole scene is Batman, and it's supposed to be like a dream sequence, and he's being surrounded by all of his enemies. Now, one of the complaints of some people is that they wanted the Riddler. Some people were saying that they wanted to switch out Man-Bat or switch out Clayface for the Riddler. My opinion is that Clayface and Man-Bat, they encompass the statue and give it some balance. And I think that losing them and replacing him with a small character like Riddler would leave the statue kind of unbalanced. And that's my opinion about it. Now, what XM Studios did was that they added some Easter eggs in here that would hint the Riddler. Now, they didn't say what it was, I honestly have not spent the time looking to see what it was. So I'm curious to hear if you guys did find it. Let me know in the comments what that is. But that's meant for you guys to try to find when you get the statue. So I hope you guys are going to get to see that. There's two options for this piece. You have a fully colored version of the statue, which is amazing. And it has an extremely low edition size of, I think, 380, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, let me just confirm. 388 on the colored version. And then on the smoked version, you have, I think it was like 108 pieces for just the smoked version. So the smoked version is Batman in the full dream sequence. You know, and in dreams, you don't have color. It's mostly just black. It's supposed to be black and white. It's supposed to be how we dream. So, although I gotta admit, when I dream, I think I dream in color. At least that's how I remember it. But anyway, so these are black and white. All the enemies are in black and white, and Batman's only one in color. And I think this adds a really nice element to it. It's because Batman really stands out on this one in comparison to the one with the color. So, and then it gives me this look of like a marble statue. So I saw this like in the end of Avengers. I think it was Age of Ultron when they had all of the Avengers fighting and they had this like marble looking piece, which is fantastic. And I think they did something similar to that in that TV show Black Sails, which I think was also fantastic with the boat and everything. And that's what this reminds me of a lot, you know, having all these characters. It's one hell of a diorama. You know, it's beautiful. So you have many ways to get this piece. You can either order it directly from XM Studios. You can get it from GFX. GFX is the U.S. distributor. But the best deal that I found was through Collector Zone. So what Collector Zone has going on is if you are already a customer of theirs, this statue is going to run $3,099.99. That's shipped. That's with shipping included. And you will get $114 back in Collector Zone dollars to be able to use for future purchases. So that's one option. Another option is that if you are a brand new customer to Collector Zone and you tell them that me, the Marvelous Knight, George from MCE, sent you over there, they're going to give you a 10% first-time purchase that you can use for this one. So all you got to do is sign up with them. You get 10% off. 10% comes out to $309, guys. So that brings the price of this statue down to $2,790.99. That's cheaper than you can get it anywhere else, including XM Studios. So I think that's the best deal for you guys if you want to get them. This one here is made to order, but like I said, it's got a very low edition size. So definitely pick that one up before it sells out. I already heard that the smoked version is very limited as it is. I think that they're already almost sold out of that one. So if you guys are interested in getting that one, don't hesitate. It's definitely worth the pickup. You guys will be happy when you get this one, especially if you're a big Batman fan. So that's my spiel. I'm curious to hear if you guys are going to pick this one up or if you guys already have it on order. Let me know in the comments below. What do you like most about that statue? Which one would you go for? The smoked version or the color version? Let me know. Alright guys, that's it for this week's collecting news. I hope you guys found this video fun. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new here, hit subscribe. Let me know what you guys thought about my top picks for this week. If there's anything that you feel that should have made the list, please let me know in the comments below. Send me a message on Facebook. Whatever you got to do, just let me know what it is and it may end up on the next show. So definitely let me know about that. In the meantime, you can catch all our videos at mcecentral.com. I'm going to be coming back at you with another collecting news episode next week, Wednesday night. So stay tuned for that. And until next time, keep it marvelous.